Morning. Welcome to Philosophy. I'm your host, Jennifer Fallaw-Doering, and I'm just having a fabulous day. I am all excited about all the outages and everything that's happening right now, and I'm going to tell you why in a little bit. So just a little bit of Gentel today. It looks like it's just everywhere, periodic outages. And I believe it was on the 14th, Gentel told us that, Archangel Michael told us that there may be periodic outages. I look back at that and see exactly what he said. Let's see here. So I want to be exact with this. Interruption of services is what he said. Interruption. Not blackout, not EBS, not everything goes down. Now, they may use that as a reason and later on call it an attack. That is a possibility. But interesting, yesterday on the 21st on Real News Live on Rumble, if you're not catching that show on Monday and Wednesdays, that's where I am. And I'm putting out Gentel there with Mike Barra. So you need to go subscribe to Rumble for Real News Live. That's where we stream Monday and Wednesdays, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. So the Gentel that came in yesterday was, I asked Archangel Gabriel, do you have anything for me? People really want to know what's going on. Do you have anything? And he said, it's paid. And I said, what's paid? And he said, the mortgage. I'm like, well, my mortgage isn't paid. Like, what do you mean? Like the debt, like personal mortgages? And he said, no, on the land. And he said, international ownership expired and countries can and do own their own land now. I asked him, like, when this happened. He said yesterday. So that was Tuesday. He said, sovereign nations must own their own land to proceed and make their own decisions about trade, currency, and government. He also said military will begin to withdraw from sovereign land. And then on the show, I got, so Nasara Jasara is funded. He said, yes. So, I'm having an amazing day because I woke up today and the information he gave us last week on Valentine's Day is happening now. Let's all put that together, shall we? So, if we had some kind of mortgage on our land and we were not really a sovereign nation until that was canceled or paid off or whatever, and that this is happening worldwide, and we had lots of news yesterday, and then today we've got service interruption. So I asked, let's get to the Gentel. Let me put the banner up. There we go. I'm all jazzed. I'm just like all jazzed right now. All right. So, it's not a solar flare. It's not a cyber attack. I asked him, what is it? Why do we have the interruptions of services now? He says it's for system upgrades. It's a system upgrade. Okay. It should last for about 24 hours. It'll be periodic. Now, what system would that be that we're upgrading to? And if it's going on worldwide, what would that be? And he said the quantum system is not just for the financial. So I'm having an amazing day because that means everything's about to roll out. I mean, I told you yesterday, I felt like things are just really going to start happening now. Like they're really going to start rolling out. We're going to start seeing things. Oh, solar flare. Come on, solar flare. It's ridiculous. If it was a solar flare, why wouldn't it take everything out at once? Why wouldn't it just shut everything down at once? Did the solar flare just hit this neighborhood and that county and this state and over the... Stupid. So I'm excited. I'm excited. I think it's happening. I mean, I really do. I mean, like, I just really think everything's going to start rolling out, so I don't really even know what else to say. Hang on a second. Got something going on. Maybe the solar flare's hitting me right now. Let's let's go see what happens. I got something going on with the computer. All right, just hang on a second. Let me do something. Please enjoy this music while I take care of a problem. Okay, now I'm back. That was cool. That music matches the music matches my mood today. All right. Okay, let's just all sit back and just like take a deep breath and just like soak it in. Let's soak it in for a second because we're seeing things unfold that we have been waiting for so long to happen. And me, as somebody's coming out here, like, just hang in there. Just hang in there. It's gonna come. I swear to God. Just don't panic. Don't lose it. Don't do any of that stuff. I don't even have like any really big gentle for you to match my mood today, but I am just like soaring, and I don't do drugs. So, awesome. I don't even know what we're going to see next, but we're going to know what it is. I mean, when we start seeing these things, we have to remember what we know, okay? Because they're going to come out, oh, solar flare, this and that, blah, 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 blah. This is an attack. We're going to go to war. We're going to do all this stuff, and everything's going to go to crap, and you're all going to, perish and die. No, we're not. No, we're not. They are. They are. Okay. All right. Let's get to some questions. Kind of getting the hang of these progressive glasses. So if I'm all over like this, I just don't even know how to handle this. It's like blurry over here, and I can see here, and then there. It's just crazy. I'm probably going to have to take them back. It's funny. I don't take things back. I don't. Like, somebody gives me a gift, I will keep it. I will wear it. I don't take things back. It's crazy. All right. Yeah, Biden's trial started yesterday. We got major police activity in D.C. The light freaked out again. I'll stop moving. Just stay perfectly still. So, if you want to ask me questions, let's get into the questions because I've got a short show today. I got a client right at 10 for me, Pacific. Oh, that's that solar. Yeah, somebody said, the solar flare is hitting me right now. All right, let's take the Gentel down. I don't really think I had. Oh, yeah, I did have some thoughts over coffee, but I don't know if I want to get into that. This morning when I saw all the posts on Telegram about service interruptions, I just got so excited. Now, it's not a big... All right, let's just sit still for a second. Hang on. There. Okay. Do not move, but I'm going to have to move to get the questions. Second. I did have some thoughts. So annoying. I have to get a new camera. Thoughts over coffee. Will the world still need banks? Okay, so that's what I see, and that's the confusion that's out there between us all now, right now, because we're thinking, okay, everybody's saying going to Chase and Chase this and Chase that, and we're like, well, isn't Chase like one of the biggest bad guys that you could possibly go to? Like, was that really a good idea? I mean, and then we hear news about like Wells Fargo and bankruptcy and all this other stuff. I told you a long time ago, that they were working on the banks first because society needs banks. Why? Not so much to hold your money, I guess, but because the way that society has evolved and the way we do business and the way that we make purchases and purchase things online and everything else, you got to have a middleman to handle the flow of money back and forth. And you got to have some kind of card to use to purchase something online. Okay? People will still need banks. So, they got to the bankers first. And the people that own the banks first. And over time, I believe, I don't know exactly what happened, but I do think it's safe now. They say, oh, we're going to lose all our money in the banks, and all of a sudden it's going to go black, and we're not going to be able to access our funds. I always saw that as a service interruption. I did see that for when we changed to gold, so that might be in the future. But it was like a day, half a day, something like that, where I can't get access to my money. I mean, long enough to grab everyone's attention. Short enough not to cause a nationwide panic. Okay, because you don't want that. Good guys or bad guys, they do not want the sleeping giant that is the public to wake up and panic. That is uncontrollable. And then they would have to like fire guns at their own people. Okay, we don't want that. That's not progress. So we will still need banks. And if we're at the point where these banks are in contract with redemption centers and they're linking up to the quantum financial system, that's already been done. It's probably not the same ownership. They're probably just using the name. I mean, is everybody that works high levels of a bank or low levels or mid levels at a bank evil? No, they're employees. Okay? So it was the the owners. It was the top guys that were the problem. So, but we still need to use that vehicle for the public. And so I believe that has been taken care of. Probably when they went around and confiscated all the gold and everything else. Now, if you didn't see yesterday's show on Real News Live, you need to go watch it, because when I put out this information, it was funny. I put out this information, but before that, I got on the show behind the scenes, asked Mike Barra, I said, can I run this by you before I go on live with everybody, make an ass out of myself? Because I don't really know if it's true. I mean, I don't really know if it makes any sense, but this is what I got. And sometimes that's when you get the best stuff. And then that's what's great about Mike, is because he's very knowledgeable about a lot of things. And so, like, when I come, like, does this make sense to you? And then he lined it out and gave us a history as to why the mortgage on the land being paid makes sense. And if that indeed happened on Tuesday, and now we're switching over to the system, the new system, whatever it is, Starlink, quantum, it's all, Gabriel described it as quantum system. So do we now, worldwide, this was a worldwide international ownership, expired, and countries can and do own their own land now. So can they make all these changes now? Was that the delay? Was one of the delays? I'm starting to think so, because we're starting to see a lot of stuff. I'm getting excited. I don't really have all the information to give you, but when I do this, good things are coming. It's coming. So I feel like somebody just opened a latch and a door has been opened, and now it's going to start flooding in, people. All this, everything we've been waiting for is going to start happening. It's going to be fun. I'm having fun now. This is fun now. All right. So that's, yes, we will still need banks. No, I don't think there's any real big concern about doing business with these large banks. No, if we were to, and I'm not a financial advisor, blah, blah, blah. Don't, make your own decisions. I think it's safe. I do. I think we're underway. Any blackouts and you don't see your balances and, oh my God, we've lost all our money and everything. Don't do that. Don't run around and scream panic. No need for that. It'll come back up. You'll see it there. All right. I don't know if that's happening right now or if that's in when we go to gold. I was told, but this was a couple weeks ago, or it has been pushed a little bit, okay? Because the original timeline was to do this RV thing at the beginning of February, or timeline number 246, who knows? But I originally heard that we would go to gold by May, from my sources on high. Having a great day. Let's just I don't know what else to say. Let's get to the comments. Oh yeah, let me ask about the stock market. Will monies be lost? Well, as a whole, there's so many different stocks, so it's I can't comment on that for everything. Because there may be some countries, or not countries, stocks that go under, companies. But as a whole, we're going to see a big decline. Okay. It'll hold there for a little while. It's going to come back up. So I can't really give you any stock advice. I'm not knowledgeable about that. But like if it was me, what I would do is I would make sure I'm in something that I know is going to be valuable in the future. Or maybe move things to that and let it come back up. Okay. All right, let's ask Gabriel. Is the farmland that China bought returned to U.S. ownership? Loophole. Okay. It depends on who bought it. So if you've got personal individuals, personal purchases, that's theirs. Because what they usually do is they get one person in who's a citizen. I do. So what about? Okay, so this is a complicated thing. Homes, things like that, they're not going to be taken from somebody. Large expanses of land for industry that was purchased underhandedly by the government or something like that, yeah, that would go back to the U.S. So that's a confusing, complicated topic. Let's see. Just looking for a question here. Yeah, I at this point in time, and if nothing, the planets don't fall out of alignment or something, yes, like, well, it's been pushed a little bit because of what was going on over there, but I would say within the next couple of weeks. And I know it's 2 weeks, next week, everybody gets mad. I don't know what to tell you. I was told originally that we would go to gold by May. So if they've got their window to get this thing done is getting smaller and smaller. And I think that's why we're seeing everything start to speed up. Okay. Most people don't know about the RV unless you're involved in it. And that's something that has to happen. The revaluation of the currencies and all that. And I believe then we have the political shakedown and then we go to gold. Just depends on what scenario is going to work best in their plan. There are many, but there's kind of like many side roads that lead to the same middle road and destination. What do we got here? Thomas needs to find a job. Thomas, just get something. Something for the meantime. Whatever you get, take it. Because right now, and okay, so the employment situation. The interest rates, the real estate situation, all that's going to take a while to even out and get better. Okay, so if you can find something now, take it till, of course, the RV, and then just drop it. But if you got a job right now, don't get mad and quit, because Unemployment's giving people the runaround. I don't know. Unemployment's giving people the runaround. Something's going on. Social Security's giving people the runaround. Disability's giving people the runaround. Well, that's happened all the time. But all these services that we pay into and you try to collect on, they're pulling crap like, well, they deny you and then they come back. But like the unemployment, what they did to my husband twice in the last couple of years. So he works for a union, architectural sheet metal. Okay, so he's been employed the whole time, well, except for that 1 year. Anyway, so he's never really technically unemployed. It's just like they do a job and then like, okay, well, the other job doesn't start for 2 weeks. So you got a couple weeks off, claim unemployment. So they claim unemployment. And this has been going on for like 20 years, 15, 20 years, something like that. And so last time, I think it was I don't know, it was 22 or something like that. Yeah, it was 22. We need to verify your identity. Okay, here you go. You sent me a letter to my home and called me on the phone for my husband to verify my identity. Okay, so we said everything, everything we can. Took him 10 weeks without payment to verify his identity. Okay. So they just think people are going to give up, right? So we eventually got the payment, but it took him 10 weeks. Then this time, it was a few weeks back or so. There was a week he didn't work, and so he started a claim. Did the same thing. And it's like, well, you know everything about us. You know that how much he made, that he's paid into the unemployment insurance, that where he works, everything. You got his bank account information. What do you mean verify his identity? They're just pulling crap with people, and something's going on with those services, especially in Washington. Okay. I have line bifocals. It makes me feel old and ugly, and I don't like them. And they're like, so I wear them around the house when nobody's looking. That's what I'm most comfortable. Yeah. What do we got here? Okay, so things are starting to come back online. So periodic service interruptions. It's kind of like when your computer updates and you can't use it for a while. So whether it's the Starlink or whatever you want to call it, it's all quantum. Okay. So, and I believe that is good. I don't remember that. I mean, I remember something about him promising to be back in 5 months, but I don't know if somebody altered his words or read too much into that. Let's see. Brother wants to pay for niece's wedding. Will he be able to pay for it? As of this moment in time, last minute, all right? Just depends. I originally heard some. Not seeing comments on YouTube. He'll defeat Biden in 5 months. Really? When did he say that? I don't pay attention to everything. I'm just too busy. Not seeing comments on, well, we've got the service interruption, so we're just going to let that ride. Okay, so Gina thinks Trump said Biden would be dealt with in 5 months, something along those lines. Anybody know when he said that? Imminent danger in New York right now? Well, there's kind of always imminent danger in New York right now. New York. There's weather coming, like massive weather. That's the only thing I feel coming. I feel coming up onto the. I go to click on one and it moves. All right. Phil just posted it. What? What did Phil just post? Susan, I need you to produce for me. Susan Gretz and I are running Beacon Light Radio for a very long time. First of all, Charity Mitten and I started it up, and then she dropped out, and then me and Susan kind of kept it going. And so then we moved over to podcasts from radio. So if you go to beaconlightradio.com, I have not been there for a long time. Nobody's listening to radio anymore. I let that radio service go, but we're still doing podcasts. So we used to produce for each other and everything. It's so much easier when you have somebody producing for you. And you don't have to do all this. Especially with me when I get so involved in my thoughts. All right, so let's go back and find out what Phil said. Summary, please. Or what he posted. Why was the alarm going off in Hawaii this morning? Because everything. So what Gabriel told me about this is system upgrades. Old systems are not compatible anymore, so they're freaking out or not working. And so one by one, as this happens, you experience service interruptions and weird things happening and things not functioning quite right. And then they do the upgrade, just like you upgrade your computer and get onto this new system that they've probably been preparing to switch over to for a long time. But there's some reason why they just don't come out to the public and say, everything's switching over to this right now. And it's done in such a way that can be explained away with a solar flare or something like that. So it's strategic. It's national security. I don't know. But it's happening worldwide right now. Can't really deny it. It's happening worldwide. Oh, really? September 25th, Trump said he would defeat Biden in 6 months. So, is he defeating Biden right now? This is fun. I'm having fun now. I think this is good. So, if he said that and it wasn't misinterpreted, plan was to kick this off, to get everything, start doing all this stuff in February. We're in February. And then the information I got is that we would RV, because that has to happen. Do that behind the scenes, mostly. And then we got that taken care of. Once the other countries RV and go to gold, the United States is going to have to go to gold. And that's why the RV is important, among other reasons. So if we do that, Then we have to we took care of the financial side. Right now, system upgrades, we're taking care of all of that. The systems, the internet. And after that, we have to take care of the political thing. We got to pull them out. And you got this short period of time where everybody went to gold and we didn't. And we're like, oh my God, our money's worth nothing. Panic, run around, scream. And then, let's go to gold. It's all falling into place. Love it when a plan comes together. Yeah. So things you're probably going to see, other than outages or interruptions, you're probably going to see things just acting weird. Massive. Okay, so Phil posts about a massive police response in D.C. I'm getting suspicious device. That's what I heard. All right, what are we doing? I'm just clicking at random here just so I can read it on the screen. Okay, Sky Princess, whatever. Being told. I don't know who. Well, I know who that is, but I don't really get into all that. Excitement is contagious. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. We should all be happy right now. Yeah, you know what? Instead of, we're moving towards conscious creation. We're waking up. Instead of being led from here to there, okay, now you should be depressed, now you should be scared, now you should be angry, and now you should be this, and now you should be that. Why don't we just take control back and say, you know what? I see it happening. I know it's going to happen. I see it playing out right in front of me. Maybe I'll just sit back and decide how I should feel about this. How do I want to feel today? Well, I'm feeling really excited. I'm feeling really happy, and I'm not going to let anybody come over and bum my joy. Just say no to people and situations that bum your joy. All right? Rule number 1. Well, it's not rule number 1, but it should be pretty close to the top. Okay. Carolyn wants to know if Emily's okay with her job, layoffs. There is possibility. I don't think she's maybe in the first round, but I feel it like there's possibility. Tell her to conserve, put something away, prepare for that. Maybe, if you're close by, just do the mom thing. Go to Costco, buy a crap load of stuff, go over there and fill up her house. Because I don't think that she's one that does that. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, Scott, you asked God to show you in a dream what is to come. Did he? Comment again because I lost it. Did he do that? When you ask, for me, it's always hard because the reason why we're not, we ask Love, come to me in my dream. God, guide me in my dreams. Dreams are so interesting. It's always been one of my favorite topics. We do travel places in our dreams, but we do also we create a reality. So like kind of like an alternate reality for a little while. And when your loved ones come in to visit you, they step into that. And it's very hard to hold your attention because, proving my point, and we create our reality. In a dream, every thought creates something. Every feeling, every thought creates something. And so they have to hold your attention before you think something, get scared, get worried, get sad because you saw them. and turn them into some like big gorilla monster or something. So usually the visitation is very short, sweet, and to the point, because they can only hold your attention for a short while. What's going on with my lips? Am I like having a stroke? It looks like it's sagging. I think I just put the lipstick on wrong. Let's go with that, because I'm having a great day and I don't want to have a stroke today. Really? That's awesome, Scott. That's a gift right there. Okay, so Scott said he asked God to show him in his dream, and that he did. He was overseeing an event at his humanitarian project. That's awesome. That's awesome. My dreams are always like so many people there. I'm always talking to somebody. We're always on some kind of adventure. And I'm a total badass in my dreams. Like, it used to be like so passive and scared of everything in my dreams. Oh my God, shadow figure coming and something just jumped on my back. Now I'm just kind of like, I don't think so. And I blast everything and kick everybody's ass. That's totally cool. I'm always doing something. I'm always protecting somebody. There's always some quest to find some item or something. It's interesting. Oh my goodness. Well, whoever's what, Krista Holcomb just texted me. Friend of mine. She said 222 people watching. Everything's going to be okay. Let's talk about that for a second. How much time do we have? Okay, real quick. What is the date today? Oh, that's right. It's 222. And Krista Holcomb just texted me and said 222 people watching. Well, there's more people, a lot more people watching on my counter here, but wherever she's viewing it, she sees that. You know what 222 means for me? Everything's going to be okay. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And the more twos you got, the more emphasis on that meaning. So let's talk about angel numbers for people that are not familiar with them. Long time ago, this started up. I don't know how long ago, but there were lots of different websites, and they were saying triple numbers. If you see that, that's signs from your angels. It's these angel numbers. So I looked into it, and I was like, well, divine messages, divine meanings. And I'm like, well, who came up with this? And everybody's got their own take on the meaning, and like, what's this all about? And then I got that, well, it's like code. Like children would have code to cuss in front of their parents, So everybody's got guardian angels. So what you want to do is pick one website. I liked, and I don't know if it's still up, I haven't been there in a while, JoanneSacredScribes.com. Because there's so much information. You could just type in a number. It doesn't have to be the same numbers. But the numbers could be combined. You could type it in there and she'll give you a meaning. But what I did, because I like to make everything simple, is I learned from that website and kind of, my own one sentence meaning for each series of numbers from 000 to 999. And it was much easier to become familiar with that. My angels know what I think those numbers mean. You could actually sit down and come up with your own meanings. Talk to your angels. Okay, here's the list. This is what the meanings mean. The numbers mean. And if you want to, help me out and send me information when I'm not paying attention, put these numbers in my path. So basically, that's the understanding. So if that's what you want to do with angel numbers, really have to communicate with your angels in your mind. Don't do it out loud. People think you're crazy. and say, this is what I think they mean. And so I did that a long time ago. So for me, I always forget what like 999 and 000. I think 000 is, for me, it means be one with God. 111 basically for me means you're creating. Be mindful of your thoughts. And so, like, if you're out of track and off track and you see 111, I'm like, oh, wait. I always, every time I see 111, I state something that I want to see created in my reality, in my path, in my life. Okay, we got 5 minutes. All right, 222, everything's going to be okay. 333, Jesus is with you and helping you with this. Okay? Can't get better help than that. 444, the angels are with you. They're helping you. You're not alone. So basic meaning, that's what it means to me. 555, positive change is coming. I hate even saying these numbers. 6, again and again. I'm so Catholic. I was raised Catholic. I hate it. I hate it. I can't stand it. I don't like it when they pop up. But it doesn't mean, oh, you're evil or you got demons attacking you or anything like that. It means, hey, your thoughts are out of balance. What you're thinking isn't true. Change your thoughts. Okay, thinking negative. 777, I associate with divine life path. Like, this is something for your divine purpose. 888, abundance is coming. And I forget what 999 is. Do you guys remember? But for me, I don't really see nines a lot. Oh, yeah, that's right. One door closing, another opening. So I've come up over the years with these really short meanings for it. And my angels know that. And so when I start to see them, I'm usually distracted by a lot of work, family, whatever, emotions or everything. They will use this to get through to you. And so you'll see it on license plates. But the best way is don't look for it. See, that's the way I am, though. I like everything to be pure and true and, unaltered and, so I don't look for it. And so they're really creative, like, I know that if I see it at least a couple times that day and it popped up, I noticed that it was 222 today. Of course, I'm going to think, oh, everything's going to be okay. But the way Chris Holcomb texted me, and it wasn't about the date, it was about 222 people at that moment in time that she saw watching from wherever she's watching. That's a good one. Receipts are a good one. Somebody hands you a receipt and you're like, okay, that's 4th time today. I saw 5s. Something change is coming. Now, don't jump to fear with this stuff because they're angel messages. They're going to be positive messages to help you. Okay? So a lot of times when somebody's trying to form a deeper connection and receive more guidance in their divine guidance in their life, they will start seeing angel numbers. And I've had so many people over there say, I'm seeing these numbers all the time. What's going on? And I'm like, well, your angel's trying to get through to you. And if that's happening, you're either going through a really hard time or you're standing at the threshold of a new chapter in your life where you're probably going to need more guidance. Okay? One way or another. License plates, signs, commercials. I remember one time I was going through a hard time and I was like, I've been seeing 222s all day long, but I just don't know. I just got too much, you get all wrapped up in your own mind and, there's too much bad things going on. So we turn on the TV, which we never did. This was years ago. And this phone number comes up. And it was just all 2s. I'm like, that's good. That one's good. That is actually good. So And then people like explain it away and say, well, you just turn on the TV. That's just, it's like, well, go sit down. Because the way it happens is suggestions in your mind will put you right in the right place at the right time to see that. And you'll think it's your idea. Oh, maybe I'll turn on the TV. Well, you haven't watched TV in like 6 months. Why would you turn it on now? Well, because there's a commercial that's going to play, and I need to show you these twos, the angels are saying. And so that's how that works. So it's really, life is so interesting. Okay, so I don't have a lot more. I have a client in 6 minutes, so I got to get this off of here, save the recording, and get moving on. But let's all just sit back this weekend and watch the show, shall we? Because I'm feeling really good about it. I mean, I am. I don't give false hope. I like to do my best to tell you what's going on. But I'm just like, I have this giddy feeling in me right now, and I can't help it. So, I think we have all done a really good job. All right? You hung in there. You didn't give up. You made it through. We're still here. We survived. You're warriors, and you made it. And I think we get to watch it happen now. Right on. So let's do that. Have a great weekend. This is my Friday. And so at the end of the day, that's why it takes me so long to get emails on Monday, because I do need the 3 days. I have to do house stuff and errands and all kinds of stuff on Friday. So I love you guys. Thank you for watching. And I will be back on Real News Live with Mike Barra on Rumble on Monday. And if you didn't watch the one yesterday, go back and watch it. Okay? Have a great day. Let's see. Let's find something to play out. If I can get there. All right. You guys have, I'm just so blind. Have a great day.